everybody, how's it going? I think I'm live. How's everybody doing on this fantastic Friday? Thank God it is Friday. How's everybody doing tonight? It's a super cold, icy, crappy day in the big smoke. I hope everybody's doing well and everybody's safe out there and keeping warm because it is really shitty here right now. Let's see who we got in the chat. Got 17 people here on already. That's freaking awesome. Todd Flowers, sorry about that, buddy. big fat thumbs, man. But I brought you back, I hope. So I apologize for that. Let's see who we got in the chat. Mr. Cyber Evil, hey buddy, how are you? Ed Dana, nice to see you. Who else we got? Who else we got? Bruce! Thanks for coming in, my friend. Okay, Todd Flowers. Again, I apologize, my friend. Ron Limber, how are you, man? Welcome, welcome in. You're more than welcome here, buddy. Lefty Mike, how are you? And Scott Nickerson, hey, man. Nice to see you. Mr. Jason Wade, hey, buddy. Nice to see you. Bearded Blues Dude, hey, bud. JP Page 2, nice to see you. Pork Chop SRV, how are you? Followed me from Phil McKnight's chat, which was kind of cool. R2R3, hey man. Yes, we are live. Dave Ars Guitars, hey buddy. Mitch Heyman, hey man. Yeah, I hope everybody's doing good, man. I hope you all had a good week and an even better weekend. So, I am holding the guitar that I almost got rid of and playing it again and realizing that this is too good to give up. Too good to give up. Too good to give up. So if anybody's got any comments and things they want me to see right away, well, we're up to 22 now. Anybody's got any comments or things they want me to see, please tag me at Guitar Hack. It's not refreshing. Let me open this up again and see. Oh, EJ's Guitars. Hey, BB Ninja. Salut, man. Oh, hey. Did I see Fender Guru? Fender Guru. Hey, buddy. How are you? David Ennis. Nice to see you. Hey, Cheddar. Hey, man. Cheddar, great stream earlier, buddy. That was cool, man. Stafford's Music. How are you? Wow, everybody's coming in, man. I got 25 people already. How's everyone doing? Strong ways at Guitar Hack, yeah. So yeah, people, folks, if you got stuff you want me to see, please tag me at Guitar Hack. Okay. Strange Ways. Kiss tune. How's that go? That's it. Something like that. Tag, you're it. Hey, Will Varela. Kiss. No! Hey, man, it wasn't my idea. Somebody wanted to hear Strange Ways, so I am just accommodating. That's all. Zach Thong, how are you, man? Cool, cool. So, yeah, so I've decided, as you all know from my video, that I am not going to sell this. I'm going to hold on to it, and I am very much looking forward to the new Les Pauls, and I found out that they're probably not going to be around till late summer, at least here in Canada. Hopefully you in the States will get them sooner than that and let me know how good they are, but it looks like I'm stuck till then. And the other thing I still haven't found out, I'm still trying to put my finger on, is exactly what pickups are going to be in the new models. All I heard is that the 50s are going to have Alnico 2s, and the 60s ones, which is the one I'm interested in because it's got the smaller neck, is going to have an Alnico 5, but I want to know what specifically. is the pickup, because I want the pickup to be different than anything that I currently own, just to make it extra special. Hey, Guitar Pit. Hey, buddy. Hey, man. That just commented on that video. Your the Friedman guitar, the Cali, looks really, really cool. Really cool. Wow, 31 people, man. Thank you all so much for popping in. Let me just make sure I want to catch everybody. Old Guys Guitar Vlog. Hey, man. Nice to see you again. Just saw you on Phil's. Brian Fingers Guitar. How are you? Cool. Buck Lester. Yeah, you're in, man. Yeah, it's killer, eh? Yeah, I could tell you're really happy about that. So what I want to know is, are you going to keep that one and get rid of the Friedman Telly? Because I got a feeling that's their next move. I'm just saying that's your next move. And no pressure, but you know, if you're up into the 2000s, you're walking into Les Paul territory. I'm just saying. You know, I'm just saying you're already there, man. If you need a little push, but you're right there, buddy. It's already. So if anybody wants a Friedman Telly, Guitar Pit's got it on, on reverb already. That's hilarious, man. That is hilarious. Holy shit. Oh, it's funny, man. Okay, so there's something I wanted to show you all too. I don't know if anyone's seen or heard of these little Vox amps. These little toy amps that Vox, they put them out a while ago. I got one right here. Let me show it to you anyway. This is really, really cool. Guitar Pit, yeah, okay. I read that already. Brian Cote, how are you? Thrash, hey Thrash. So check this out. I'm going to do a review of this hopefully this weekend if I get a chance. So this isn't mine, okay? But this was, here, I'll put that right in the camera if you can see that. Okay, so that is made by Vox, and it's a little head, literally. Okay, and it's got a little bit of weight to it. Okay, and let me just, now there are different versions of this. Okay, this is the clean version. Okay, the model number is the MV50. It actually has a signal level meter in it. Okay, not a lot EQ wise. You got a treble, bass, and a volume, and there's your input. On the back, we've got, you could take headphones out of this. There's an eco on off. I'm not sure what that's about. There's even a little standby on this. There's an attenuator, so I can go to 1/10 or 1/100th of the power. There's an EQ, I can go deep or I can go flat, so I got to check that out. There is an adapter that comes with this because it takes 19 volts DC, so there's a special adapter that comes with this because 19 volts is a bit of an odd voltage. And yeah, man, it does. So here's the thing with this, okay? Depending on the ohm value of the head that you use, okay, this thing can put out, now get this little thing, all right, can put out, if you're using a 4-arm cab, this could put out 50 watts. For an 8 ohm, it'll put out 25 watts. And for a 16 ohm cab, it'll put out 12.5. Okay, so this belongs to Ken, who is the other guitar player in my band that we rehearsed yesterday, and I'm going to talk a little bit about that also. And the idea behind this, and he's used this and plugged this in, and it sounds all right. It's not stellar by any means, but I'm going to run it through my own cab here, and again, I'll do a full demo. I'll mic the cab, and I'll take it through its paces and show you all. But the idea with this is really great just to bring to gigs, because so if one of, like, let's say my cab or his goes down, or not cab, sorry, head, like for whatever reason, if it goes down a tube, if there's a problem, whatever, this thing is small enough, okay, that you can just carry it with you to a gig, and if all hell breaks loose, you just take your head out, pop this one in, and you can keep going, and you can go for the rest of the night. So he is going to be bringing this to all our gigs as a backup head, which is fantastic. Um, because it works. I mean, it'll get you through the night. I mean, you're probably going to lose a bit of tone, but it's better than not having any sound, right? So I don't know. I think these are really, really neat. And like I said, you can get on a 4-ohm cab, you can get up to 50 watts. So it's pretty loud. Yeah, so I'm going to try this out and see how this goes. Now, the technology that's in this, it has the new tube technology, okay, which is, it's a solid state version of a tube, so to speak. So, you know, again, I don't know how it sounds. I only heard him play through it, and it sounded okay. But again, I got to hear it on my own gear, and I got to hook up my own pedals. I want to see how it does as a pedal platform. So I'll take it through its paces and let you know. But he paid in Canadian, I think he paid like less than $200 for this thing. It was on sale. So, and look, little light thing. If anyone's interested, check out my, you know, uh, review coming up, and I'll take you through this and let you know, what I think, and maybe it's something, that you may want, as either a backup if you're a gigging guy, or if you just want like a cheap head to throw in a cab. There you go. So let me refer back to the chat here and see. We got 45 people watching. That's fantastic. Okay, so Guitar Pit saying those little Joyos do the same, right? Power a whole cab. Yeah, it's basically that same idea. Yeah, same idea as the Joyos, exactly. Let's see what I missed here. Hi, Music 72 is here. How are you? Bearded Blues dude. Nothing. You know what? As soon as I said this is a little head, I'm like, okay, how long is it gonna take before the joke comes, right? Bearded Blues dude made the joke for everybody. There you go. Okay, let me just catch up here. Let me just catch up. Wow, the chat is flying. Oh man. Okay, I'm backing up. I'm backing up. All right, I'm backed up. Okay, now I'm gonna find. Okay. So okay, okay. Okay, so the guitar is overpriced. So Guitar Pit has his telly and on reverb, and it's overpriced. So I guess he doesn't really want to sell it that bad. Hey, Janice, thanks for popping in. Thank you so much for popping in and saying hello. Guitar Hack, the A2s, I believe, are going to be okay. He's asking or answering my question. Are the BB1 and BB2? I know the 61s have A5s, but I never could find out if the 60s Classic is going to be. Yeah, that's what I want to know. Is it going to be a 61 pickup? Because it's a 60s version of a guitar, so is it going to have the 61 pickups? If it did, that would actually be okay, because I don't have those pickups. So that would be okay. Absolute Mayhem. Hey, buddy. Thanks for popping in. Okay. Talking to each other. That's cool. Those are pretty. Yeah, how many watts? The watts, Ed, it depends on the cab you put it in, as I was saying. So it's 50 watts in a 4-ohm, 25 watts in an 8-ohm cab, and 12.5 watts if you have a 16-ohm cab. McReekin, hey, nice to see you. Yeah, the same joke again. I knew those jokes were coming. Charles Green, welcome. 3 times. That same joke. Get a used Vox night train. Well, I'm not to be honest with you, I'm not a Vox guy. I'm actually not a big Vox. I've yet to play a Vox amp that I like. Okay, so I know there's a lot of Vox fans out there, but I'm not a big Vox guy, unfortunately. Maybe I haven't taken enough time with a Vox. I've only tried them in music stores, and I generally have not liked the sound of a Vox. Oh, okay, so JP Page 2 is saying 19 volts is computer power supply voltage. Okay, there you go. Didn't know that. I didn't know that. I was thinking more like, 12 volts as being more of a standard. Yeah, yeah, it is very interesting, Lefty Mike. I'll let you know how it sounds. Yeah, holy crap, 50 watts, yes. Okay, let me just catch up here. So Guitar Hack only here for a minute. Well, thanks for popping in, Brad Miller. First cheddar, then Phil, now the hack. It's a good day. Yeah, I tried to I wanted to come on today because yesterday I couldn't. Yesterday's my usual, as you probably know, my usual live stream. I go on before Ben, but I had to sit through 3.5 hours of training. That was just brutal. And then I had to rush to rehearsal, which I'll talk about that in a minute. Yeah, so I didn't get home till like after 11 o'clock last night, so I wasn't able to do it yesterday. EJ's Guitars, hey man, if I haven't said hello, how are you? The price he paid, this was on sale, so he paid under $200 for it. I don't know exactly, Mayhem, but it was under $200. Tanner Gunson, hey man, thanks for subbing me earlier, buddy. I subbed you back, so um, yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, Bearded Blues dude. If they had the handle uh, fold back, but yeah, it's just that's it. It just kind of sticks up like that. I'll carry the Vox, you get the Marshall stack. Yeah, pretty much. The 19 LPs. Okay, so Old Guy's Guitar Vlog is saying the 19 LPs have burst buckers. Okay, Old Guy's Guitar Vlog, but burst bucker 1s, burst bucker 2s, burst bucker pros, like, I want to know like specifically what they have. The 61s are burst buckers, like, I want to know specifically what kind of burst buckers they have, and then I'll be able to make a better decision. Want to put on my new LP. Yeah, the Scott Nickerson bought a Les Paul Junior double cut, which is just a fantastic guitar. Rob212, how are you? Nice to see you. Guitar Hack, looking forward to your review of it and how your pedals. Yeah, I'm really curious too, Mitch, how the pedals are going to react to this. So that's yeah, I'm really curious to try it out myself when I get some time. Guitar Hack, saw you asking about you getting a little itchy on the 2019 models. Well, Guitar Pit, yeah, I am. I admit, I I I almost bought a 2019 Classic because that's how itchy I am. But I decided, I second guessed it, and I'm gonna hold off, and I'm gonna wait till these new ones come out and then go from there. Okay, well, guys, Guitar Vlog. No, they will be Burst Buckers and Burst Bucker Pros. Well, see, that would be disappointing because if I buy a 60s with Burst Buckers, now I've got 3 guitars with Burst Buckers. So that would be disappointing if that is in fact the case. Okay, I'm catching up. I promise you, I'm catching up. Brian Cote, Guitar Hack, you should buy the Telecaster from Chris. Trading your Les Paul Classic. That Friedman is killer. I don't know. A Telecaster for a Les Paul. No. Although it's a Friedman Tele, so I don't know. Guitar Hack, the Vox sounds like it's just limiting watts based on the impedance. Yeah, exactly. That same thing will happen on the tube amp. I wonder how it changes the tone. Yeah, no, that's exactly what it is. I mean, yeah, what's going to determine the output is the impedance of your cab, 100%. Dan of New Jersey, how are you? Vox is great. You have to know how to tweak. Yeah, I got to spend a little more time with the Vox. I mean, if they're that popular, I'm sure that, there's definitely good tones to be had. So it's just a matter of sitting down. Well, this will be the first Vox that I'm actually spending a little time on, but probably not the best representation of a Vox. McReekin, my son bought his first Gibson today. He bought an Explorer. That's awesome. Yeah, Explorers are great, man. There's great sounding guitars. Okay, Zach Thong, hey man, nice to see you. Okay, it's Guitar Vlog, Guitar Hack. The traditionals have B1 and B2, and the standards have pros. Okay, yeah, the traditionals. You're talking about the current line right now. The traditional current line right now has the larger radius fretboard, so that doesn't work for me. I need the 60 slim taper. Will Varela, Guitar Hack. So which one of the two bands that you're in has the most gigs? Is there a preference? Hands down, the band that has the most gigs is the Hit Disturbers. We just picked up a private party today. We've picked up 2 gigs this week already. So the summer's starting to fill up. I do my first show of the year, February 23rd. So not next weekend, but the weekend after is our first gig of the year. And then we're going to be going, you know, literally from that point on. Guitar, the 50s are going to have BB1, 2. The 60s are going to have going to A5. Yeah, I couldn't find where I saw the 61s, but 61s. Yeah, that I know that. But I know it's going to be the Alnico 5 magnets. That I know because they said that. Gibson's already mentioned that, but I want to know specifically what the pickups are going to be. Guitar Pit. Oh, I thought you had played it 2018. Didn't know that was the 19. So 2020 is the new ones you're talking about. Yeah. So Guitar Pit. They're not calling the new Les Pauls, the new standards. They're not calling them 2020s. They're just calling them Les Pauls. They're no longer going to be labeling them by year. But I guess for lack of a better term, it's like another release of 2019. So yeah. Scott, okay, chat room, it's time for an intervention. Guitar Hack has become way too responsible, needs to buy more guitars, peer pressure. I don't need peer pressure to buy guitars, man. It's something that just happens, really. Robert Billick, nice to see you. The Walnut GS Mini sounds okay. He's talking to Jason Wade. Let me catch up. Man, I got 48 people in here, so just trying to catch up on the comments. Bearded Blues Dude, Guitar Hack, it would be interesting to hear the tonal difference between 4, 8, and 16 ohm in your review. I tried running a Blues Junior into a 16 ohm cab. Not good. No bueno. You know what? That's a great idea because I have a 212 cab that I'll try it in that, and then you can see it actually. It's in the shot back there. I got my Marshall DSL, which is I can disconnect the amp and just use the speaker, so I can do both. I'll do a single speaker tool. Actually, that's a great idea. Thanks for bringing that up. So I'll run it into the single 12, and then I'll run it into the 212. So I'll have the 2 different impedances there. That's a great idea. Thanks for that, man. That's awesome. Buck Lester, Guitar Hack, or chat, thinking of getting SD hot rails from Utility. Has anyone done this? I haven't. No, I generally don't swap pickups. Usually I buy a guitar because I like the pickups that are in them. So I'm not a a pickup swapper. The only pickups I'll swap is that I've swapped in the past is I'm not a big fan of the 400 series pickups, ceramic pickups. So I generally, if on one guitar, I took them out and I put burst buckers into that one. Okay, and I am caught up. Okay, cool. So I'm caught up. So yeah, if anybody's got any questions, please tag me at Guitar Hack. Pickup swapper. Yeah. Daily Guitar, we know the LP moderns will have the BB Pros. I highly doubt Gibson will use BB Pros based solely on output on the 60s LPs. I very well could be wrong. Yeah, I don't know, Dave R. I don't know why that information isn't readily available, because, I mean, the guitars are out. They already did the NAMM show, and they're not being specific about what the model pickups are. I don't know why that's, why that's not public knowledge. It doesn't make any sense to me. Okay, Guitar Log. One day you should try the Thornborough. Oh, God. You know what? I am so loving those Thornbuckers. I mean, they are those pickups are where I live. Super low output pickups. That's really what I like. And yeah, I'm dying to try a pair of those pickups. That would be, I mean, I just mentioned I'm not a pickup swapper, but if I could get, that would be a definite pickups that I would throw in a Les Paul. Like Thornbuckers are awesome. Hey, thanks for popping in, Stafford Studio. If I don't see you, man, yeah, have a great weekend, buddy. Jason Wayne, Guitar Hack, how many times can one single note repeat itself on the fretboard? A lot. Off the top of my head, in one position, you can probably hit it 3 times. So I don't know. I've never counted, but a lot. Okay, so Dave R's Guitars. Okay, so you know exactly what I'm talking about. I know it's driving me crazy. Yeah, it's driving me crazy too, man. On Cheddar's stream, he was with the Guitar Geek. He was asking for questions to ask because Guitar Geek is gonna interview. So check that out when he interviews JC from Gibson. And one of the questions I put in there, I don't know if he saw it or not, was to ask him specifically which pickups are gonna go in those guitars. So maybe we'll get an answer from him. Hey, Daniel Corman. Hey, buddy. Thanks for popping into one of my live streams. Daniel is a former student of mine. I hope you're doing well, my friend. Lars Guitar, how are you? Vinny5150, how you doing? We got 45 people in the chat. This is great. So, yeah, so the other thing, so I was able to play through a JCM 900 yesterday. I don't know if any of you have played through a JCM 900. I think that might have been like the first time for me that I remember anyway, playing through a JCM 900, 100, it was a 100-watt head, and I was playing through that on a 412 cab. And I was actually really disappointed in that head. It sounded, I don't know if boxy is the right word. It just didn't sound as dynamic and as full as I would have thought. Like, whoops, you know, and I was really having a tough time trying to get a nice tone out of that. And it, like, it was kind of shrilly in the highs, you know. I don't know, it just didn't sound full and it didn't sound fat. I don't know if anyone here has an experience with the JCM 900, but I know there's, you know, they're well-renowned amps and all that kind of thing, but 90% of the time when I'm rehearsing, I'm playing it at a JCM 2000, and I actually like the JCM 2000 a lot more. I don't know. Is that just me, or somebody, anybody else have that experience in the chat? I'm just curious. Dave has Guitars, yeah, he saw it and answered it before he got back when the stream died. Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, Cheddar's stream, if you were cropped out, and then I got it back, but it was, I guess I missed that. And there was no concrete info, so there you go. So hopefully he will ask him that question. Hey, Mark Dillon, nice to see you. Lars Guitar, that's good, man. Hope everyone's doing well. Hutch from BA, nice to see you, man. Thanks for popping in. What speaker cab? What speaker cab was I using? It was a Marshall cab. It was a Marshall 412 cab. I don't know. I mean, I don't know honestly which Marshall cab. It was the 412 cab. I didn't look for any label on it, but again, I don't know, man. It just didn't do it for me. So yeah, if anyone's got any experience with the JCM 900, or if you played a JCM 900 and a JCM 2000, you know, let me know what you think. But you know, I kind of like the 2000 better now. Okay, I think I've caught up with everyone. So while I got you all in here, I want to thank everybody for watching my last video. I'm getting a lot of views on that. The Do Les Pauls All Sound Alike thing, and some of the comments are pretty cool. And yeah, you know, for anybody that says, well, you know, why do you need to own more than one Les Paul? You know, you just gotta play them. And I think, I mean, I'm doing that specifically to Les Pauls because those are the only two of the same model I have that I can compare back to back with the same pickups and everything else. But I'm sure the same thing can be said for Strats and Tellys and everything else. You know, everything has its own flavor. You know what I mean? Um, and you know, when you know the guitar really well, you know that you know what those differences are going to be. You know, and I don't know. I think it's cool that you know you have that variety even within the same model of guitar. Guitar Hack, I've heard some really good sounding JCM 900s. You should ask TTK or Steve their opinions. Sure. Yeah. Showman Blues. Hey, man. Nice to see you. Okay. Oh, thanks, Charles Green. You like that video. Thank you so much, man. There are more videos like that coming. I got one in the works right now, another comparison. Um, And now I've done comparison ones before, but the audio was never that good. And now that thanks to Jason Wade, who's in the chat, and thanks to him, I now have an audio interface. I'm now able to do some better recording. So I'm actually miking cabs now. So now you're really hearing, you know, the sound of the guitar as opposed to using my phone. So those will be, you know, a lot better sounding in future. So, and I ordered another mic. That's another thing I wanted to bring up now that I've got a bunch of you in here. Got 50 people watching. This is insane. Thank you all so much. You don't know how much this means to me having you all in here. This is fantastic. Um, so I'm gonna talk about the mic here in a bit and see if I can get some feedback from you folks about mics and that because in terms of the recording part of it, I've been playing for a long time. But in terms of recording, it's kind of all new to me, like using recording software and, you know, miking things and so on. Like I've done recording, but I've never been the guy to set stuff up. I just like, you know, just play, right? You know, I never got involved with that part of it. So that's all new to me. Um, Gussie Wells, hey man, did the Les Pauls have the same caps and pots? You know what? I don't know, Gussie. I mean, I never looked at. I'd have to look at the specs of like, and the guitars that I used were 2005 standard and 2016 standard. So I didn't go into it that depth, looking at pots and caps and all that. Somebody was, I think it might have been Dave R that was mentioning that part of the reason might have been different values of potentiometers, 500K as opposed to 300K. That could be it. I don't know if this makes a difference, but when I did all the A Beane, I had everything on 10 and I had the amp set flat. So I tried to compare them as close as possible. I was for me the main thing was that both guitars had the same pickups. So I was comparing like the same pickups. Like it wouldn't make sense for me to like use this guitar here that I have in my hands, for example, because I've got Sheptone pickups in this guitar. I bought this guitar with Sheptones in it. So this would not have been a fair comparison. So I wanted to make sure that I was definitely comparing like, you know, the same pickup in both guitars. Okay. Yeah, it's good to have you back, Bruce. Awesome to have you here, my friend. Um, Guitar Hack, lucky for my bank account, the nearest guitar store with the Les Paul is 200 miles away. Yeah, yeah. You know, I can hit 4 guitar stores within half an hour from where I am. So that you know, that makes it difficult, man. Yeah, that's huge, Gussie. Yeah, totally. Hey, Rick Hefner's here. How are you, man? Guitar Hack with the 900, they upped the gain on the amp to really spice it up, so quite a bit different. Don't like the N900. Okay, so I'm not alone. So BB Ninja doesn't like them either. Yeah, I don't know. It sounded it's like something was missing, you know. There was no. I was getting a lot of high-end crunch, but I wasn't getting that bottom. You know, I was missing the bottom. And like when I was, and especially when I went into leads and that, it just sounded really thin. Like, you know, I don't know. And the fact, and of course, when I play lead, I use a tube screamer, so I'm getting that mid hump boost, and it made it even thinner. It's just, you know, like it was almost irritating, you know. So yeah, not a fan. Scott Nickerson. Oh, Scott Nickerson needs something. Yeah, Scott, if you need Jason Wade's email, yeah, just send me a message on my Facebook page and I'll get that to you, buddy. No problem. Gussie Wells swap pots and caps and it makes a big. Okay, there you go. Uh, Guitar Hack, you deserve kudos for your channel, bro. Just remember us when you have, buddy. I am never gonna have 100,000 subs. That is never gonna happen. Okay, take my words and etch them in a stone because ain't ever gonna happen. First of all, I'm not as dedicated as these people. I don't have the time, and this will never be my full-time job. This for me is strictly for fun. This is all this is for fun. It's something I enjoy doing. I enjoy talking to you folks. You know, me missing last night for me was a bummer because I love coming on and talking to you folks because you guys are fantastic, and I just enjoy the hell out of this. So you know, it's never going to be a full-time job. And to try to get to that point where you got that many subs, man, you got to be all in. And I'm not ever going to be all in. I'd have to quit my job. And I don't think YouTube will support me, especially because I like guitar so much. Okay. So Rick Hefner's doing all right. That's awesome. JJ's House of Jams. How's it going, buddy? What up, guitar freaks? Quick hi while I'm driving, listening, be in the chat in about 20 minutes. Rock on. Good to have you here, JJ. By the way, I'm going to have JJ on one of my Tuesday chats. I'm not sure when, but it's not February. I think it's in March. But JJ will be coming on, so we'll be talking all kinds of gear and stuff. Daniel Corman, have you tried any Friedman amps? I have a dirty. Oh, you got a dirty Shirley? That's awesome, Daniel. Similar to the Marshall sound, yeah. They're so damn expensive, but yeah, man, those are great. Those are great. There's a bunch of guys in the chat, Daniel, that have that. Actually, Brian Cote's got one. He's in here, and Gussie's got one too. Yeah. Well, the Friedmans are amazing. No worries, Scott. Okay. Never say never. Oh, Charles Green. It's never, buddy. No worries, man. Use an EQ, Hutch from BA. Yeah, I toyed around with the idea of using like a Boss EQ and just having it on the board, but like honestly, my board now, I have zero real estate on there now. Like I've got 12 pedals on my board, man. And because I had to get the if you've been following my channel, you know that I went through a whole thing about P90s and noise and all that, and I actually had to go out and get a noise gate, so or a noise suppressor, whatever you want to call it, and that ate up the last slot on my board. So I don't even have room now for an EQ pedal, unfortunately. Oh, thanks so much, Mitch Heyman. Oh man, I appreciate having you guys here. You know, if it's a joy, man. Yeah, retiring soon. Yeah, that's Beefy's been around for a while. I used to say that once I hit a certain number of subs, I was going to retire. But problem was I didn't realize how much fun it was going to be. So as long as it's fun, I will be here. So no worries about that. Which is again going back with the 100,000 thing. That sounds like a job, and I don't want this to ever become a job. I don't want music to ever become a job because when it's a job, I already have a job. I don't need two jobs. That's when it's no longer fun. Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun, Bruce, having JJ on, man. It'll be a lot of fun. Thanks, Vinny. Appreciate it, buddy. Ivan Carter, hey, buddy. How are you, man? Nice to see you. Hack, what happened to stop you from buying the guitar? So Dana, if you watch the video, basically what it was I played. I'm telling you, if anyone is in the Toronto area or the GTA, there is a Les Paul. I don't know if it hasn't sold yet. There's a Les Paul, a classic 2019, sitting in a store, a Lon McQuaid store in Oshawa. That's absolutely fantastic. I would highly recommend that guitar. Played great, sounded great, but the whole thing is when I was playing that guitar, it felt like I already owned it. And you know why? Because I already do. And it's right here in my hands. It's this guitar. This is the 2005 classic. And it just felt the same as this. And I wasn't going to spend, sell this and then probably spend another $1,000 on top to buy something that I already own. So that's why I didn't bother with it. Okay, let me. Okay, I just lost. Guitar, too many pedals, easy fix. Give me some. I need them all, Bruce. I need them all. Like I said, guys, as God is my witness, if I don't gig with it, it's gone. And all of those pedals, that gig that I'm playing in a couple of weeks, I will be using all of those pedals. Every one of my pedals gets used. So, and playing in 3 different bands, I kind of need them all. So, yeah, they're there because they need to be there. Jack Daniels 10101, how are you, man? I bought a G, sound like Brandon, and I can't play without it still. Yeah, no, those EQs are great, man. Those EQs are great. Hey, what's up, Doc? How are you, man? How long have I been on? Wow, holy crap. I've been on for 42 minutes. Man, time flies. Anyone tried pig? No, I haven't tried it. Or maybe I have tried a pig nose. I don't know. I can't remember, man. If I did, it was probably 25, 30 years ago. So I'm not going to make any comment on a pig nose. It's probably the one I tried back then is nothing like what they have now. Oh, Hutch from BA, the Victoria, the V40 amps. I can speak to that. Um, is it still the Duchess? Because the one I played was the Duchess V40. Um, oh, sorry, you're saying Victoria. Sorry, I'm thinking Victory amps. So sorry about that. No, I haven't played a Victoria Deluxe. I have played the Victory Duchess, which is a V40. It's a 40-watt tube amp, and it was fantastic. When I was in the market for a new head, it was between that and the Hughes and Kettner, which you can kind of see in the shot. It's right over there, and the Hughes and Kettner won out, so I ended up going with the Hughes and Kettner. But it was slim margins, man, slim margins. Pack with 12 pedals, you're moving into buffer territory. Yeah, you may have a point there, JJ. Guitar Hack, I vote for 2-part episode for JJ. So JJ, they want a 2-part hangout. So I don't know. We'll see, man. We'll see how that goes. Oh, Daniel, the Boss EQ gives off so much hiss. I just sold mine today. Good to know, man. Good to know. Guitar, with 100K subs, you won't be able to personally greet everyone. And that's another thing, too. There's 52 people in the chat, and I welcome everyone, and I pretty much know everyone here, so that's a bonus. And I can't keep up with the chat, so that's another thing. I mean, I watched Phil earlier. Phil had more people on than I'll ever have as subs. So, you know what I mean? I'd rather keep it like this. So this is cool. I can still handle this. Even Ninja, no, I meant you would be retiring soon from work. Oh, okay, sorry. So YouTube full time. Uh, BV Ninja, I still have 8 years. So I don't know what I'll be doing in 8 years. Hopefully I'll still be upright. So I can't predict what's going to happen in 8 years, buddy. Okay, later, Mark Dillon. Thanks for popping in, man. Thank you so much. James Severin, how are you? Hack, how much were they going to charge for it? Oh, the If you're talking about the 2019, okay, I'm in Canada, so in Canadian money, that was $2,500. So $2,500, and we get like, I always complain, and I sound like a broken record, but we here in Ontario, in my province, we have to pay 13% tax on everything we buy. So if I bought a $2,500 guitar, I did the math, it was just under $2,900. So $2,900 is what I would have had to pay for that guitar. And then if I sold this one, I'd probably get 17, 18 for it. So basically, I would have to sell this, get that money, and then spend an additional $1,000, which is why I walked away. No, Ed, I know exactly what I can get for this Les Paul. I've sold and bought and sold a few of them already. So that's the going rate right now. I could probably get about $1,800 for this. Okay, Dave R's Guitars. Thanks for popping in, man. Go have some dinner, buddy. 2 hours from a music store. Wow. Yeah, Thrash. That's exactly what it is. They're tools, man, and I use all my tools. Like I have a lot of guitars, but I gig with all of them, and I just rotate. They just rotate. Like I still haven't decided which guitar I'm going to use for the first gig. I don't know. I usually make a decision, and in the rehearsal for that week, I'll use that guitar at rehearsal, make sure it's the one I want to go with, and then I'll play the show with that guitar. That's usually my process. And the one thing that I can tell you flat out that I know for a fact is it's going to be a Les Paul, guaranteed. Which one it is, I don't know. I got four to pick from, but it's going to be a Les Paul. That I know for a fact. When was the last time? Oh, he's asking about talking to Switch. Are you talking me? When was the last time I went to a hockey game? Uh, it's got to be over a year. Hockey tickets in Toronto to go see a Leaf game at the ACC. You're looking at spending, that's a 200, well, easily $250, $300 night. So I usually only get tickets when they're given to me. So it's been a while. Yeah, Brian Cote, I can't handle 25. I can't. You're doing all right, Brian. You're doing good, buddy. Your stuff, excellent quality, man. You got it all down. You got all the video, you got the audio down. You're like miles ahead of me, man. Miles ahead of me. You'll have no problems with handling your chats, I'm sure. Uh, yeah, but 7-bit, yeah, I could see that having an EQ and just constantly tinkering with it. It's almost like you got too many choices, right? Uh, yeah, 13% is what we pay for tax here, Will Varela. Yeah, we get hammered pretty good, man. So free healthcare in Canada is biting everyone in their. Yeah. So Showman Blues, free healthcare isn't free. It's not. We get taxed so heavily here, it's not funny. You get taxed when you get, like, they hit you when you get paid, and then they hit you again when you spend what you got paid. So yeah, it's pretty bad. Yeah. So yeah, Dan of New Jersey, exactly, but free healthcare. So you gotta weigh it, right? You know what I mean? You gotta weigh it. So what's up with the gigs coming up, bro? Okay. So Jason Wade, thanks for asking. I got a gig on February 23rd. I got another one in March. I'll be like, I don't know after that, what other gigs we have. I think we're up around 16 or 17 already lined up. That being said, we came into 2019 all with already, I think we had like about 13 already. So we've picked up like another three or something like that. But now it's just going to keep, it's going to keep going up. The agent has been calling us, so we took this gig in February because of the agent, because the agent wanted us to do a gig. And I was saying this before, you know, we don't like gigging in the wintertime. Like I was saying at the top of the show, like it's absolutely freezing out there and it's ice everywhere. And last thing I want to do is play a show under these conditions. But the problem is, if you keep saying no to the agent, then the agent, when it's summertime and you want to go play shows, they're going to stop calling you. So you got to take a bullet for the team. So this show that we're doing in February, like I just hope the weather's good, man, because you know I don't know what the hell we're going to be up against. So, but we picked up one gig that we picked up today. Actually, was a private party, and it's on a Sunday. So private parties, you know, you make a little bit extra money, you get free food and booze, and that should be fun. And apparently the place that we're playing is amazing. So that's going to be a good one. And when is that? Oh shit, May. That's in May, second week in May. So yeah. Guitar hack. Have a feeling this is BB Ninja, the team medic from Thorpe. Yeah, we just mentioned that I just got no real estate on my board, BV. I can't take any more. I can't fit any more pedals on that board, my friend. The ESP style Les Pauls, I've played them, Ed. The LTDs, I've played the LTD ones, and they're not bad guitars. Um, you know, they're a lot more lightweight. They're real thin. They're okay. I wouldn't buy one, only because I'm a snob, and it's got to say Gibson on the headstock, and I fully admit that. And you know, that's just my problem. There's nothing wrong with, you know, single cut guitars. It's just if I'm going to go that route, it's going to be a Les Paul. That's just me. That's my issue to deal with. Um, they've got a free lunch at McGregor House, but you have to listen to the service. That's funny, Showman. Uh, yeah, I'm a blues guitarist. We are known for being poor and cheap. Yeah, yeah. If somebody says, "Guys, you get a bar tab and a thing," it's like, "Oh, okay." I'm in the same boat, man. Okay, Rick Hefner. I would go with the guitar I can count on sound-wise and performance-wise, even though I've never gigged. No, that's totally it. And my Les Pauls, you know, they don't let me down. Usually, and I say that, and I had one let me down last year. So, but yeah, I don't know. I might go back to bringing backup guitars, which I used to do all the time when I only had a dozen gigs a year. And then last year, I think we did what 20. I think just under 30, which doesn't sound like a lot, but it's only like it's between like the months of about March till October, so it is a lot. Um, in that window of time, and of course that's when I stopped doing it, and that's when the guitars messed up on me. So, but I got to get back into that, bringing a backup guitar. Okay, I'm falling behind in the chat again. I apologize. Got 51 people. This is fantastic. Okay, everybody's talking about their taxes. Oh, guitar, Will Varela. So which band is Queen Bee in? So Queen Bee is my wife. So I posted a couple of clips of some rehearsals that I did with Rebel Charm. Rebel Charm is a band where my wife is the singer. I'm the guitar player, and then I've got an incredible rhythm section. I've got a drummer that used to play with Phil X. Okay, no kidding, seriously. And the bass player is a monster. And I'll be honest with you, and I'm not saying this, I'm not trying to be modest. I'm being totally honest here. I auditioned for these guys, and I don't know why they even let me in the freaking room. Okay. That being said, I've been playing with them going on 3 years now, and my wife is an incredible singer. So that's the band that I'm in with her. And there's another band that I'm in with her, which is a little more loose, let's say. We don't get up together nearly as often and this and that, but that's two guitar players. And the second guitar player, we just brought him on just before Christmas time. And this is a little bit, and this guy actually is has a degree in classical guitar. So he's going to be, I haven't really played a lot with this guy, but that's going to be a little bit of a, I got a guy with a friggin' music degree, and I'm going to try to keep up. So we'll see how that goes. But she's in 2 of my 3 bands singing. But the band that I gig all the time with is a different band. So that's how that goes. Yeah, yeah, it's the way it is. Exactly, Showman. You gotta do, you gotta do the odd gig just to, you know, or the agent's just gonna stop calling you. So yeah. Did you ever thought about getting a 70s or 80s vintage Les Paul? Uh, if one comes my way, JJ, but so far no. The oldest Les Paul I actually had, JJ, I had a 1980 Gold Top Deluxe, a 1980. I bought that guitar used for 900, and I sold it to finance my 339, and I got 20, 23, $2,400 for it. So I made good money. I more than doubled my money on it. But I used it to finance. And the reason I did it is that it was funky, the neck, and it was just funky. And it had like almost the frets were so low. I think it called it the 0 fret guitar. And I don't know. I just I had it. I bought it because I wanted a gold top. I wanted a Les Paul, and it's the one I could afford at the time. I bought that guitar would have been probably 98. So it was already pretty old when I bought it, but yeah. Do the gig, drive slow and safe. Yeah, thanks, Rick. That's what I'm gonna do, man. Yeah, BV Ninja, bigger board. I'm trying to keep things small. My pedal train board was already, I thought, a little big than what I needed, but yeah, I don't want to go bigger on the boards, man. Okay, let me catch up. Let me catch up. Brad Miller guitar. I can't believe you don't bring a second guitar. Yeah, yeah. I think I learned my lesson with that, Brad Miller, and it's gonna be second guitars from now on. Johnny Beane, hey buddy, thanks for popping in, Johnny. Johnny, you go live soon too, don't you, buddy? I'm gonna get out of here quick so these fine folks can all check out Johnny Beane. It's gonna start at 8 o'clock, I believe. Thanks for popping in, man. Uh, yeah, go seeing 70s for. Well, JJ, if 70s Les Paul for 1,500, the 70s Les Pauls that I see here for sale, they're like up in a $3,000 price range, man. They're really expensive. So people that are selling those older guitars, even 80s Les Pauls, are selling them for a lot of money. So yeah, no worries, Johnny. No worries, Johnny. Um, oh, Sonia's here. Hey, Sonia, how are you? Squire Classic Vibe Strat is a great backup guitar, and it gives a different look versus. Yeah, the only problem with that, Hutch from BA, is if I use a single coil for a backup, then all my settings are messed up, right? So I would have to basically back up a humbucker with another humbucker because I've tried back and forth, and what I used to do was I would play a set with a Les Paul, play a set with a Strat, and then a set with the Les Paul. I would look at the set list, and then it's like, okay, a Strat would sound better with these tunes, so I would pull out the Strat and then go back to a Les Paul. So I would do that, but I think now if I did it, it would be I'd have to back up a humbucker with a humbucker guitar. Gussie Wells, this summer we should meet up at Joe's, and I will bring my Friedman and. That's a good idea, Gussie. Yeah, yeah, man. Yeah, I'll drive up to Orangeville. You know what? I'll drive up to Orangeville and I'll bring Ken, and we can both check it out because Ken lives up in Orangeville. Ken is the other guy in the Hit Disturbers. Robert Clark, how are you, man? Thanks for popping in. I don't know what you're learning from this stream, Sonia, but thanks for being here, anyways. Okay. Yes. Yeah. BV Ninja. Yeah, man. Condolences about your friend, buddy. I should have mentioned that earlier. Yeah, sorry to hear about your friend, BB. I know what that's like, man. I lost my best friend last year. Yeah. Paul Lou, how are you? The only problem with backup guitar is being able to keep your eye on it all the. Yeah, usually what I do, Paul Lou, is depending on the venue. If it's a venue that I know and I'm comfortable with, I'll bring both guitars on the stage. If I'm a little bit, if it's a little suspect, I'll just leave the guitar in the trunk of the car, which again is something that you can't do in the wintertime, right? So that's the other problem. Okay. Oh, you're close to Gussie is close to Brian Cote. That's cool. Yeah, well, you know what? If Joe doesn't mind having all of us guys over at his house. I haven't seen Joe in a while, actually. I haven't seen Joe. When the last time I saw Joe? Last year, maybe? I don't even remember when the last time I saw Joe. Hey, the new guitarist. How are you, my friend? You got acres. Well, Gussie, why don't you host a big jam and we'll all show up? We'll play to the farm animals. Yeah, man. That'd be fun. Just do it in the summertime. Pick a nice day. A day that I'm not gigging. That'd be cool. I don't have a lot of free weekends come summertime usually. Yeah. All right. What do we got? We got 8 o'clock. That might just happen. Hey, man. Sure. Sure. Okay. Folks, I don't want to take time away from Johnny Beane. Johnny Beane should be going on live. So I know a lot of people in here are want to watch Johnny Beane. So Hackfest. Oh, that's funny, man. Yeah, that's funny. So before I go, I want to just say what I always say every stream. Please, everybody, we still got 47 people. Support each other. Sub to everyone else's channel. Everyone in here is absolutely fantastic. Let's all keep the community positive. Let's keep it all growing. If anyone's interested in merch, down below, I've for cancer research, I'm selling T-shirts, hoodies, all kinds of stuff, mugs. All the money is going to the Canadian Cancer Society. I want to thank everyone so much who supported that cause. So far, we've raised, we're about $220 right now. We've sold 35 items, so that's fantastic. Yeah, if you haven't subbed to me already, please do. Please like and subscribe. And again, yeah, let's just keep it all going. Let's keep it all positive. Thank you all so much. This was a blast. It's always a blast to have you all on. You guys are amazing. And we'll catch you on Monday at 10 p.m. at night with Lando 27 music. He's going to be a guest on a live stream. So check that out. Have a fantastic weekend, everybody. And yeah, man. Cheers, all. Take care.